Are we pumping due to some updates? Well, sir, lots of people think that PulseChain is getting closer every day. And this one from Richard Hart, Go Pulse. This is our Go Ethereum, or Geth fork. So GPLS. I'm not sure where they're going to. Richard keeps calling it Geth all the time, but I think it would be like GPLS. Prism, Lighthouse, and Aragon. These are our consensus and execution clients are complete. That's great news. That means the code, the backend code, is done. And he's showed plenty of screenshots of the front end code and the UIs and the forks of Beacon Chain, literally the website to beaconchain.in with the last two characters being .in. Those look great and pretty much good to go too. So what he's saying here, I'm going to explain for a second. Aragon Pulse sync is about 20 hours. So say in Aragon, we were on stage 7 for a very long time. And I think stage 7 is one of the longest stages, I believe. There's like a pie chart. If I remember correctly, stage 7, somewhere through there, is a pretty long one. We're in stage 8 of 16. And then, basically just syncing the blockchain data. We're just continuing on, looking pretty good. As you can see here, he's just showing some of the syncing. This is all the processes on the server. It's running the code. So the code complete. It's running the code right here. And what's the 16 core memory, 64 gig. So that's 62 gig there. So 64 gig. By the way, Gamma DevOps has a lot of good videos been coming out about PulseChain updates. And I'll try to keep doing some too as I go through my validator journey. But shout out to him. He actually clued me into some of these more interesting stats around the console here. And this is just a command to look at the file system. And was it 2 terabytes. So the reason, why does Richard show all this stuff? So he's showing the code working here, and he's showing the stats of the validator here. So it's running on around 2 terabyte hard drive, like SSD, for example, I imagine. Or this is NVMe, which is, that may be like a faster type of drive as well, on a 16 core, on the processors, and 64 gigs of RAM. So he's giving you a clue of what kind of specs validators are needing, as well as showing you the code is running. So there's your devs playing for the PulseChain update. So
good
are we
stuff.
pumping due to some updates?
Let's go.
We very well could. It could be. You never know.
Let's go. Waiting. We're waiting for it all.
It's coming. It's coming. I think. Well, so on that too, I know when PulseChain has been beat to death over the last 22 months. But how about I ask you gentlemen this? We'll start with Corey. If I were to run PulseCon 2023, what month would you schedule it for?
Oh man, I would schedule it sometime September-ish, October. Hopefully it releases this summer. Hopefully, I'm thinking maybe 3-4 months, no later. So that's what, and then give us about 2 months. Let people sell off in the beginning, and then PulseCon bring everyone back. Bring that energy back, and hopefully go back up from there. So hopefully around September, October, me personally, that's what I would think.
Right. How about you, Scott?
Dude, or you nailed it. I agree 100% with everything that you said.
Same time last year, but this year? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, right.
Wow.
Why not? Not?
Oh, wouldn't that be nice?
We definitely shouldn't have, having one conference with it not being a product yet. Okay, whatever. We might have, anybody can make an educated guess and be wrong on that. But having 2 conferences with no product, I hope the timing lines up well this year. I'll say that. And
me too.
If this year at all,